One of the most incredible piano sight reading stories, probably in the history of the world, is the story of when Grieg met Liszt and then challenged him to sight read his Piano Concerto. And in this video, I'll explain what happened, and then I've got a silly joke, which is quite silly, but it ties in with the story, so hopefully that's okay. And then I've got something really special for you. I don't want to give too much away, but let's just say I hope you're ready to witness some amazing, jaw-dropping sight reading. But first things first, you're probably wondering what happened when Grieg met Liszt and challenged him to sight read his Piano Concerto. So let's talk about it. First of all, Grieg visits Liszt and they meet for the first time, but not too much happens. A bit of piano playing, as you'd expect from these two musical giants. If you think about it, Liszt and Grieg were probably always either playing piano or talking about piano or thinking about piano. I can imagine them driving everyone crazy. I bet when they were kids, their parents were like, "Again with the piano? What's with all the piano? Why don't you do something useful for once? Like change into this potato sack and climb into that chimney over there and get sweeping. And don't come out until it meets the requirements for maximum wood burning efficiency." Now, their first meeting must have went well because a couple of weeks later, Grieg visits Liszt again. And this time, he brings the sheet music for his recently completed Piano Concerto, a very challenging piano piece. Here it is. I don't know if this is the actual thing he was holding, but looks like it could be. And if it looks like it could be, then that's what it is, potentially. Now, Liszt sees that Grieg's holding something, so he asks what it is. But who are we kidding? It's Franz Liszt we're talking about here. I think he knew what it was. I mean, he could probably smell that it was the sheet music for a piano concerto while Grieg was walking down the street. But I don't think Grieg shared this suspicion towards Liszt's nose, so he answered the question. Then Liszt asks Grieg to play it, but Grieg says he can't play it because he hasn't practiced it. In other words, it was too hard for the guy who composed it. And he also said that he considers it impossible for anyone to sight read. Obviously, when Liszt heard that, he heard it for what it was, a direct challenge to his sight reading abilities. So he snatched the sheet music from Grieg, went over to the piano, and he said that he'd show Grieg that he can't play it either. That's very smart. Just like in this video, I'm going to show you that I can't sight read for peanuts. And unfortunately, between me and Liszt, one of us is right and one of us is wrong. Anyway, I think we all know where the story's going. Liszt actually sight reads the challenging Piano Concerto, the first time he ever saw it. It's incredible, unbelievable, and he amazes everyone there, including some very high-level pianists, one of whom was only the guy who composed the piece, and apparently he was even talking while he was playing. Now let's just pause for a moment and consider how rude that is. You've got Grieg, this young up-and-coming composer, and he's just composed a great masterpiece, something that's still regularly performed to this day. Something that definitely is challenging even for concert-level pianists. They spend hours and hours working on this piece, breaking it down, analysing it, working on specific techniques, and Liszt just takes the music over to the piano, first time ever looking at it, and he plays it right away. And he's chatting while doing it. I like to think he was yawning too. I know I would if I could do that, just for comedic effect. Which brings me to the silly joke. It's really silly, so you don't have to laugh, but you can if you like. If you do, could you do me a favour and hit the like button? Or you could even hit it now, just in case. Sometimes it's good to hedge your bets like that. You know, the more I think about it, the more logical sense that actually makes. Now, what I'm going to do is demonstrate just how hard it is to sight read and talk at the same time. Hello. See, I told you it was hard. Now, on to the special part of this video. I bet you didn't know that I might be able to sight read as well as Liszt. Hear me out, I've been practicing really hard lately, practicing early in the morning and early in the night, because I can't practice late at night. If I did, I wouldn't be able to practice early in the morning. And like I said, I've been practicing early in the morning and early in the night, because I can't practice late at night. If I did, I wouldn't be able to. And with all the extra practice I've been doing, I thought it would be great to finish off this video with an incredible feat of sight reading. Maybe even announce myself as one of the piano sight reading greats alongside Liszt by doing what has only ever been done once before and sight reading Grieg's Piano Concerto. To the piano. Sorry, let me try that again. To the piano. Now, as you're about to see, the first movement didn't go too well, but I kept going because you never know. Now, as you're about to see, the second movement didn't go too well, but I kept going because you never know. Now, as you're about to see, the third movement didn't go too. Would you believe it? The third movement went amazingly. And I think you'll agree the sight reading you're about to see is world class. And I have to say, I even reminded myself of the one and only Franz Liszt. Is that what I remind you of? Let me know in the comments below. So there was this part. And this part. And I'll finish off with one more little snippet. This part was really fun to play.